Gotcha. So, I don't have a problem with the character designs. They look very similar. The only one that I remotely cared about was, again, the only Sailor Scout I gave a crap about, which was the only... Sailor Moon fans, do not hate me for this, but the only one that had a freaking brain. Okay? I hated every other character in that series except for freaking Amy. Alright? That's it. Now, I've said that, send your hate mail to wherever, I don't care. But the trailer's okay. It's HD in all of its glory. I wish I could say more than that, but it's just a minute-long trailer. It doesn't even look like Adult Swim is going to get it. It looks like it's just going to be Funimation streamed. Or not Funimation. Who's got it?
Viz.
Yeah, so it's going to be like Neon Alley showing it.
That's probably going to be Crunchyroll, I think. I think Crunchyroll already has it.
And so again, and actually the one thing that was kind of surprising, Darien was not shown in the trailer at all. So there was no tuxedo mask. I wonder if there is going to be a tuxedo mask this time. Because, I mean, he was kind of the allegory in the series of the girls have to be helpless. So he has to come in and save them. I wonder if in this day and age you can't do that. And he was actually one of the cornier elements. He was fun. So I wonder if they just decided not to do him. But, I mean, that's my viewpoint, guys. If people wanted to know what we thought of Crystal, obviously Alex doesn't have any interest. Unless they do a crossover with Madoka Magica, then he cares.
Or Cardcaptor Sakura.
That would just be weird, though.
It's so awesome. Actually, I think Sailor Moon's getting all this hype and hubbub, and Cardcaptor Sakura's getting, like, nothing. I'm a little pissed.
Of course you are! Well, I mean, it's a Blu-ray remake, is what Sakura is.
I know it is, but still.
That's why it's not getting that much.
I'd like to see a little more for it.
It will get its publicity when the time comes. I have every faith that it will. It's probably not out. Is it out yet?
No, it's out in August.
So there you go. They'll wait until like July and then start hyping it. I'm trying to think of any other big anime news aside from we talked about it on Geek News. Was the Funimation Sentai Filmworks lawsuit has been settled.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like not favorable for either.
I think both.
Because I think you said it got tossed out.
I don't know. I've read it's tossed out, but I've also read that they agreed to a settlement. So.
Oh, okay.
So which would make me think that somebody's paying for something.
And this is over the ADV assets, so that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. I'm trying to think of some ADV assets off the top of my head. I can't think of anything I watched. And then, of course, somebody actually did ask me, so, are you watching Attack on Titan on Netflix? No.
It's okay, I'm not either.
I know a couple of people have recommended to me to watch Attack on Titan because they know I like action anime.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen pieces of Attack on Titan, and I wasn't interested. Because, to me, it just looked like stuff I'd already seen before. So, truth be told, I haven't really watched any anime aside from Legend of the Twilight recently and Gundam Build Fighters. That's been it for me.
Which means he still hasn't watched K-On!
No, I have not.
He's only had my DVD for for pretty much all year.
Look! Slice of life stuff isn't necessarily my thing all the time, okay? I'm sorry.
I give you a DVD, you should watch it.
I've been trying to get around to it, but then I get a workload, and then I gotta go get that done. And in this case, it actually wasn't, like, anything major that pulled me away, except for a game pulled me away. And that was just the latest Wolf Among Us from Telltale, which I am enjoying the heck out of that series. Cannot wait for episode 5. Alex kind of knows this of me. It takes a while for me to finish anything. Because I kind of have to approach it on my time and my terms. Otherwise, I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm gonna tune it out. Same thing with Legend of the Twilight. I've had to approach those episodes slowly, just as I did with Side. If I'm going to watch something, it's going to be because I want to watch it at that given time and I'm interested. And for slice of life anime, that's really hard for me to do. And I'm already going to say this, and I think I've said it on previous parts. If you want me to watch School Days, you are out of luck, sir.
I don't want you to watch School
Good.
Days.
I don't want to watch it.
Nobody should have to watch School Days.
I don't know why Funimation is bringing it. Is it Funimation?
I don't know who it is, actually. I think it...
Why would anybody want that property? Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Look, I get some anime that have, like, really good creepy factors work. Like Death Note, that made sense. That was a good series because it was conspiracies piled up on conspiracies. But... Well, hold on. Steven Blum's talking.
Kite gave the spark sword to Wiseman.
It is indeed the spark sword.
Isn't it? Okay, now give us the information like you promised.
I must ask you first. Who are you?
What do you mean by that? We gave you the item and now you're complaining?
I will honor my promise. It's just, it was a protected area. I'm intrigued.
Ugh! You deliberately chose a protected area to test us! That is so not cool!
Well, I guess it seems that way. If it's all right, will you tell me?
Kite explained the situation.
I see. This world is indeed... This is all very interesting. I didn't know Orca of the Azure Sea was in that condition. All right. If that's the case, then I will help you. I apologize for testing you.
We now have Wiseman's member address.
I will send you the data that I have on the Epitaph of Twilight by mail. And take this.
What?
Your tale was much more interesting than the item.
Yeah, that's a typical Steven Blum character.
Very much so.
Seriously, though, the next time we get a Kite explain the situation, if I do not get an "and meanwhile" back at the Hall of Justice, I am going to come over there and slap you. Because you do that voice, and I'm like, I'm waiting for the Hall of Justice. Where's the Hall of Justice? And I can't remember what we were talking about.
Talking about anime.
Oh, yes.
We have mail.
So with things like Death Note, I get that stuff comes here, but from everything I've heard about School Days, there's not one likable character in them.
No, there really
They're
isn't.
all despicable people. I don't get why people think that would resonate here. Aside from, you just want to see a bunch of horrible people screw each other.
That's about it. That's School Days in a nutshell.
I'm not surprised by that.
It's a bunch of horrible people screwing each other over. Sanjuro. Sorry, it seems you're helping me out more these days. I thought I was lending you a hand. Team! I think our team play has improved a great deal! I believe we are now brothers! Hey kid! Forget I can't do Sandy Fox. You're probably busy playing and studying, but don't forget to fall in love as well. Love so long ago, sigh.
Okay, it's official. Mistral is part of the Sailor Moon universe.
You haven't called me. What do you mean I haven't called you? We just went on a mission together. You haven't called me. You need to call me every time you're in the world. I'm logged in just in case you call me.
Okay. No. Hold on.
What?
Black Rose, I think it's time we need our personal space. We need to start seeing other people, other players, because this is getting way too serious for me. I was first calling you a jerk, and now I'm just worried you're stalking me.
the promised stanza in the Epitaph. Unknown where the cursed wave was born. After the stars doth cross the heavens, the sky, the earth doth darken, and the air doth fill with mourning. From the chosen land beyond the forest, a sign of the wave comes. Riding the wake is Scathe, the shadow of death. To drown out that stands mirage of deceit, Innis. Betray with all the flawed image, and did aid the wave. By the power of Magus, a drop from the wave doth reach the heavens, and creatures a new wave.
Creates a new wave.
Creates a new wave. Yeah, it's poetry. What do you expect?
With the wave, Fidkel, the power to tell the dark future, hope darkens, sadness and despair rules. Gore schemes when swallowed by the cursed wave. Maka seduces with the sweet trap. Wave reaches the pinnacle and escape none can.
Tarva still remains, with more cruelty to punish and destroy, with the turbulent destruction.
I don't get it. Are these names of phases?
Yep. Okay, let's go back a second here.
But we didn't hear the one we have right now. We heard Scathe, but then we skipped it.
Oh, let's see. We had Scathe, Innis, Magus. You're seeing the pattern now?
Yeah, but the one we're on right now is like a CA or something. Caliburus or something.
A what?
What's the name of the current one we just fought?
We just fought Magus.
Was that what it was called? I could have sworn it was called something else. The big skull dude.
Oh, that's Kubia.
Kubia hasn't been mentioned.
Yeah, because Kubia's not a part of the Epitaph.
Okay.
There's a high probability that the monsters you encountered were Scathe and Innis. However, no more assumptions should be made at this time. You should contact the legendary hacker Helba. She's based in the net slum. Okay, this is...
When did we contact Innis?
We came into Innis right at the start of this game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, this is a puzzle. I need to write it down.
Yeah, that's fine. Quick break while I go get some... Oh, well, that'll work.
East, north, south, you'll see. West, north, and the gates to paradise will open. Is the spell to reach next level. That's... Hold on. He says more. He says more, darn it!
No, it's looping.
May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.
Wow, this Steven Blum, you were like the ultimate RPer. I think he knows the lore better than anybody.
Is this an event character? A strange guy. There was this guy, something weird at Scattering Fossils Milestone. He was talking about something called Net Slum. Is this some kind of event or something?
So this is how we can contact Helba, basically.
We're gonna get information, yes.
Because now we've come to the point in the story where we have to rely on outside sources. Cutscene!
Lambda, Scattering Fossils Milestone. Lambda, Scattering Fossils Milestone.
You only need to say it once, Black Rose.
Yeah?
It must not be working. No, don't invite her. She's stalking us, man. We gotta set boundaries here.
We have to.
Yeah, bring her along. She's our tank.
Okay.
But we're gonna set boundaries. This is the personal space barrier.
Let's see if Wiseman is available. Oh, Wiseman's cool. Alright, we'll go with...
Is he a Wave Master? Or?
Yes, he's a Wave Master.
Probably a good one, too.
Yes. So we'll go with good old Mistral.
I still love the Legend of the Twilight episode where Mistral like conjures up a bunch of fireballs and magic isn't working, and so you have that delayed effect, and then all like they had just barely gotten the forest to bloom, and then they cause it to light on fire because she delayed her spells.
Right.
Like Jiminy Christmas, Mistral. Alright, so I'm guessing that this mysterious person is somehow connected to the Net Slum.
Yep.
and therefore is our way in to the net slum. We were there, or they were there in Sign, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
It's the one place where the game couldn't follow.
I wonder where the weird guy mentioned on the board is.
He's at the lowest floor of the dungeon, just like everything else in this game.
I was actually gonna ask, is there a dungeon in this area?
There's always a dungeon.
So he's there. That's where he always will be. Aptorb.
Physical accuracy up.
Yay!
Grunty music.
Grunty music!
Oh, great. This place has these things. I hate those things.
What are they?
I don't know their names, but they like to resurrect each other.
Oh, so they're monsters that are already summoned.
Yes.
Okay.
Into
Wow, we're not entering a monster's mouth.
No, we're just going into a shell this time.
Oh. Dang it. I was looking forward to a not innards dungeon.
It is an innards dungeon, though.
Yes. Holy crap, Black Rose.
Of course he's magic tolerant, and I'm pretty sure he's got that confuse ability.
Yeah, because I can already see the stars. So I'm trying to think of anything like recently that I've watched that people would be interested in. Really, it's been Legend of the Twilight. I've been watching E3. The coverage is just barely done, and we're waiting on the live demos and things like that. And I enjoyed watching E3. I will let people know the details on Geek News, Reviews, and Opinions, because I like making you all wait. And let's go ahead and spoil this hour. Are you going to be able to make Geek News this week?
Yes, I will.
Alright, so you guys will be able to get the Shadow Blazers viewpoint on how EA totally trolled him. And yes, that was a troll, EA fanboys. Sorry. That was not footage. That was not how far in development is this game. That was trolling. In other words, a typical EA trait. Because how many times have they done that before, Alex?
Too many.
Yes. Which makes me very sad, because I think Pandemic, the people who made it, are part of EA now. I think they're part of one of the divisions.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just dig the Pandemic people out? They made the dang game. Why hand it over to freaking DICE? They're too busy making Battlefield cops! And yes, I know that's not the right comparison, Alex, but that's what I think of. It's cops and robbers.
Take it to the extreme.
To the extreme! And unfortunately, I didn't really see any... Well, on EA's one, like all the BioWare stuff, I'm a BioWare fan, so I saw a lot of good stuff there, but... Which is funny, because I've never played a single Dragon Age, and Dragon Age Inquisition was kind of their biggest feature. But yeah, I'm trying to think of something else that I've watched or played. I could probably go into this, because you and me were talking about Arkham Knight. Yeah. And it just so happens that I just barely finished Arkham City and really liked it. I especially thought Rocksteady did a good job, and from what I've heard, the third game is not Rocksteady. It's another company. But Arkham Knight, the one that we just barely saw, that's Rocksteady coming back. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be very exciting for me. And I actually wholeheartedly recommend those games to you, Alex. I think you would enjoy them.
Alright, I'll pick them up.
Or borrow them from me.
Oh, you
Because
got them then.
I have Asylum and City.
Well, excellent then.
And they're Game of the Year editions. I don't think there was really any worthwhile DLC for Asylum, but when you get to City, I would recommend you play the DLC there, too. Which is Harley Quinn's Revenge. Because Harley Quinn's awesome.
I hate when I can't tell where I'm going. Just just have to take a guess.
I hate the fact that you're constantly inside Jabba Jabba's belly.
I didn't mean to do a fairy orb again.
Well, but you did. And so there you go. A fairy was sacrificed because you didn't know where to go. Maybe this time, Alex, you shouldn't have stopped and asked for directions.
Hey, listen.
What was that?
Hey, listen, that's what...
Hey! Listen! See, he knows some Zelda.
I know, yeah. I've watched Zelda LPs, so...
Oh, you just haven't played them.
Yeah.
Lazy soul. Yeah, I gotta say, Arkham City was like the most recent game I beat, and then I also played Wolf Among Us, and I'm gonna say it here too. For people who are not playing The Wolf Among Us, you should. It's a really good episodic game by Telltale, especially for comic fans, because it is based off a comic series.
This is here.
I would recommend it wholeheartedly to Alex, but at the same time, it is kind of a whodunit kind of deal, and it does get fairly graphic.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind, but... and here's the thing, too, guys. I wholeheartedly recommend The Wolf Among Us because I'm never going to pick up The Walking Dead. It's just never going to happen. I'm done with zombies.
Yeah, me too.
So I do recommend wholeheartedly Wolf Among Us, and I hope Telltale's got some good ideas in the future. Because if they just become the Walking Dead guys, I'm going to be pissed. Especially since I do want to see like a return to Sam and Max or Monkey Island.
Damn it.
Which Tim Schafer has now proven you can do. Disney will let you get the old LucasArts properties. They just will probably want their cut.
Yeah.
Because Grim Fandango was part of LucasArts, and Tim just got the rights back to do that, and they did specifically say in the Sony conference he had worked something out with Disney. So maybe we can see a bunch of old LucasArts remakes, either from Telltale or from Double Fine. But first, Broken Age Act 2. I need my closure on that game.
So, I too have been watching anime, as I brought up before in these LPs. I've been watching Gundam Seed Destiny. Not Destiny, I just keep wanting to add Destiny to everything. I've been watching Mobile Suit Gundam Seed.
Oh, yes! So where are you at in the series?
I only have 5 episodes to go. I'm at episode, 45 of 50.
Where is that? You are in space?
Let's see. Yeah, they're in space!
In space!
So yeah, they pretty much just sort of defected from both the Earth or...
Oh, they created the,
Yeah, Lacus's little rebellion.
The Three Ships Alliance is what it's called.
Yeah, and
because you have the Eternal, you have the pink military ship, the Eternal.
Of course it's gotta be pink.
Exactly, because it's Lacus. It's the Eternal, the Archangel, and the Kusanagi. That was the one I was trying to remember. The one that's like the Archangel, but it's a smaller Archangel. Have they shown the Strike Rouge yet?
I don't think so. No.
Then I've already spoiled it. Kigali is going to get her own mobile suit.
Oh, nice.
Which is the Strike Rouge. Oh, wait, never mind. I think that's a Destiny one, but there you go, spoiled. Kigali gets her own mobile suit. No, it's in Seed. Because Mu gets the Strike at this point. You've already seen him running the Strike.
Yes.
And you've seen the Freedom and the Justice. What did you think of the Earth Alliance upgraded mobile suits?
Oh, those are something, yeah.
The Calamity, the Forbidden, and the Raider.
Ooh, the Spark Sword. Right, smash. Right, drive. And not drive. I might keep that for Black Rose.
I thought you actually might like the Raiders pilot, since he's like totally obsessed with video games.
Yeah, those guys are weird. I love.
They are. Did you notice the little trick for them?
Yeah.
They have to become coordinators in order to fight coordinators.
Yeah, I picked up on that. Yeah.
I actually like that whole concept.
And you know, with the whole Lacus-led rebellion, it just gives me more reason to love her.
Yes.
I loved her before, but my god, that just gives me so much more to love about her.
Yes, I do like the episode where they free up the Eternal, and also the return of Andrew Wolfeld, the king of badass, as far as I'm concerned, in Gundam Seed. Just because he got killed by Kira and got better. So, but I think he doesn't have an arm now or something like that. I don't know.